Okay, let us look at this next part, which is part 4. If you have not yet subscribed, do so. It will help you with certifications. Uh, AWS, Azure, Cloud, and GCP. We do not worry about other cloud platforms because it is not important. These are the three major ones. We have 1,000 plus videos on this channel. All of this will help you in your certification journey on cloud platforms. Let us jump into the question, which type of database is an Azure database for PostgreSQL? It is a PaaS database. This is the reason Azure database for Postgres. It is managed by Azure. And that means if you got to scale up, you don't have to do it yourself. You don't have to put an Azure admin as a role, so that saves your cost. So this is a managed service. Azure will take care of that. So you only focus on your development piece and deploying the application. So our answer in this case is pass, but let us look at other options. So when we talk about infrastructure as a service, we would build an Azure VM and we would put software there. Okay, that is not required in this case because your Postgres database is not an IaaS. So this is wrong. And it is not SQL Server. Postgres is a different product. It's an open source database. It is not SQL Server. And on-premises, the Azure database for Postgres is a cloud-based service. It is not a on-premises solution. It is a Azure product. The name itself suggests you have to put it on Azure cloud platform, not on-premises. So that is why PaaS would be our final answer. Now, which storage solution supports access control lists at file and folder level? Our answer would be data lake storage, but you might very well ask why not a blob storage. So let's look at why a data lake storage first. So this guy under the hood uses blob storage. Okay, so it's not a very different product. It has blob storage under the hood, and this guy allows you to put hierarchical namespaces. Like you have A, and under A you have like B, C, and D, and under D you have like one, two, three. So this is your hierarchy. This is called hierarchical namespace. So you can, if you do this, you can get a fine grained access. Fine grained, like if somebody would only have access to A, or somebody can also delve in and access C, and so on. That is why this is good. Now, let us look at blob storage. The blob storage, this guy, it does not support ACLs. It does not. Uh, the level of support is not what data lake storage gives you. Now, queue storage, this is used for messaging. It is not dealing with files and folders. It is about sending tidbits of messages. It's just like your SMS service you keep receiving after every few minutes or seconds. And Cosmos database is nowhere linked in this case because it's not an object store, it is a database. It is a NoSQL database, Cosmos DB. So if suppose you want to create an app start and you want to create a small startup which is a cab service aggregator, so you can use Cosmos DB. Applications like Uber, Lyft, they use such high performance NoSQL databases. Cosmos DB is a database on steroids. That is the kind of performance steroid gives. Okay. Okay. So this is the next one. Dash is a chart of colored rectangles and size of the rectangles. What do they mean? They mean a relative value for each item. So the chart can be hierarchical in nature. They display data as a set of rectangles nested in the main rectangle. So tree map is our answer. It is a data viz technique that displays hierarchical data sets, nested rectangles. Line chart is not our answer. So at this point, when I'm recording this, India, Australia semi-final is in progress. So line chart, it displays data as a series of data, uh, line chart, and matrix is rectangular array of numbers. It does not meet the requirement. Okay, so and then we have a scatter plot. This displays values of two variables for a set of data. It is for a different purpose. So our answer in this case is tree map. So what is a characteristic of batch processing? From out of these, so let us look at these one by one. Data ingested during batch processing must be processed as soon as the data is received. So that is not the case. Batch is like, you are waiting for a train, and unless all the passengers who booked the train arrive, the train will not leave. It will leave at a particular time. Like if it's a 10 p.m. train, it will leave at 10 p.m. along with the passengers. So it does not mean that if even one passenger comes and the train was there at 7 p.m., if the first passenger comes, the train just leaves. No, that is not called batch processing. That is called real-time processing. That's why this is incorrect. Large datasets must be split into batches of less than 1 GB before the data can be processed. See, this is not a general characteristic of batch processing. Now, in some cases, there are limitations. You may have to break the file. Now, if someone says, hey guys, we never break the file, no, that is not true. In many cases, I have seen we break the file and we process it, but the reason for breaking is to include parallelism and improve the performance and process all data in a very tight window. Like if you get a window between night 12 and 2 a.m. So in that 2 hours, you have to finish so many things. You will have to run certain things in parallel mode. So there is a noticeable time delay between ingesting data and obtaining data process. With batch processing, it is not immediate. You can receive the data uh, whole day yesterday, but your processing only starts today morning. That can happen. That's why this is correct because batch processing inherently involves collecting data over time and processing it in a batch. The train will leave once all passengers are there. That means they are doing it in a batch. That train will not be there starting a new train every 5 minutes and 10 minutes for one or two passengers. No, the train will leave at 10 p.m. All passengers should come there. Batch processing can only process data that is structured. See, batch processing you can process unstructured also and semi-structured also. So our answer in this case is C, where we are saying and there is a noticeable time delay between ingesting data and obtaining the data processing results. That is called batch processing. Okay, subscribe. Please subscribe if you are serious about cloud certifications. And there are 1,000+ videos, so many free videos, some paid videos also. Paid videos are important ones. They are necessary to clear the certification. Become a cloud kernel member, pay a small premium, and this will give you access to entry level certification content and mid or intermediate level certification content. This brings us to the end of part 4. So stay tuned. We will post more parts. Now, like I tell people who are looking to create a career in the data space, maybe ETL, ELT, or database like Snowflake, you guys should pick this certification.